In this video, I'm going to bring you through the exact approach that we use with our 7 and 8 figure e-commerce clients to build irresistible offers that can actually scale. It doesn't make sense to build offers that cannot scale, right? So might as well do the ones that can, and I'm going to show the exact framework that we use to build them, what is the thought process and psychology behind building these offers, and then I'm going to show you existing 8-figure offers that are currently scaling right now this Q4 in 2024 so that you can use these and implement the same exact approach, let's call it, for your own e-commerce business. With no further ado, let's get right into the video. Cool. So this video, as I said, I'm really excited and pumped about it because I'm going to show you some real life examples of currently 8-figure clients that are like launching and scaling with offers, which is a really important concept that you pretty much need to instill into your brain if you want to get to the next level. You need to scale not only with ads and increasing budgets, but also scaling with offers, right? I'm going to talk about that in just a second. But before we do, just so you know that the type of caliber of client that we're able to work with, and these are the types of clients that we work with. We work with 7. We also work with 6-figure clients, but mostly 7 and 8 figures. This is just one of the clients that we're working with in scaling. In the last 30 days, they did over $1.5 million in gross sales, and of course after discounts, etc., 1.2, almost $1.3 million in sales. And so this is the kind of like clients that we're used to working with. And I'm showing you this little case study over here because whenever we increase budgets and whenever we try to scale aggressively, it's never only about the ads and the creatives, although they are super important. It's also about being strategic and on building better economics for the business. What do I mean by better economics? I essentially mean creating and optimizing your sales process so that people, your customers or potential customers, can spend more at higher conversion rates, so that the proportion, let's call it, between the AOV, the average order value, the average sale, and the conversion rate is high, right? The businesses that have the highest proportions between these two very important KPIs or metrics wins, because they are able to spend more on the front end to acquire the customer. So I'm going to bring you through a lot of things over here. As you can see, I have a pretty big plan for this call, and then I'm going to hop on, so stick until pretty much half of the video. I'm going to bring you through some live examples of some other offers that are really killing it right now. This company, I absolutely love this company. I'll talk about it later, so make sure to stick until the end. But let's talk about the first principle over here. Now, what we want to do with building irresistible offers and building offers that can scale is, I want you to think about this little chart that I just built over here. What most companies do is that they charge a price, and the price, of course, every time you show a price tag to a potential customer or anybody in the world, they always try to understand whether the price is actually is equivalent to the perceived value that they're receiving from the product, itself. Product or service, it's the same thing. In fact, every time that there's a price objection, there's typically a value objection, because if you think about it, if I give you a Ferrari at $10,000 for sale, are you going to buy it or not? I always like to do this example. The question is, even if $10,000 may sound like, an investment, it's nothing compared to the value that they're getting, which is a Ferrari, right? Because I can buy the Ferrari and sell it for 20 times that value, right? Hopefully you got my point. So what we want to do with building offers, and I'm going to show you once again several examples down below, is we want to increase the perceived value so much that we can also at the same time bump the price by 20, 30, 40, 50%, right? And so we can still bump the price more and have them spend more with us, our customers, because they can easily justify the perceived value of that additional investment. Once again, it's never about price objections are never about the price, they're about the value that the people receive. And so people say, oh, let me try and just this is like what most people do, like they compete against all of the entire rest of the market, and they're like, okay, let me try to bump down the price and outcompete my competitors, whatever, by decreasing the price, although it may have some positive effects on the conversion rate. Overall, the business metrics and economics, meaning the conversion rate and AOV multiplication, is just not worth the decrease. And let me just stop for a second here, because I have this sound that is weird and I turned it off. Hopefully you can hear me better now. But either way, you got the point. We want to increase the perceived value. So let me bring you through a little case study that is actually a true story of a supplement company that we scaled and or we consulted. And so this, offer mastery, this is what I'm going to talk about. And so we tested 4 different offers, and this was like an experiment. The client was very, very like, in fact, we don't work with them anymore, but they were very like, they were strict to what they wanted to do as, as their own brand. And so we ended up testing offer number 4 after like 6 months. And of course, after they saw the increase in results, they were like, at that point we actually started stopping working. We stopped working with them because it wasn't a fit. But this is an example of the evolution of what a good offer should look like, right? So first of all, they started with offer number 1, so they were just selling one product. Let me just like move these over here so that we can see kind of like an example, the same stuff. So they start at a price point. The perceived value is probably even like under. They're selling $25, a small capsule or like a small bottle of a supplement, and so this like the perceived value is probably the border limit. And then the next offer that and this like was the results were like 0.8% conversion rate, 25% AOV. It's like ridiculously bad, impossible to scale essentially. Offer 2 is that we did 1 bottle then free shipping. This is what they also tested to like try to do something different without like reframing and changing their fear was that they couldn't like add offers to their own actual product pages, and because of how they were structured on the back end, we eventually convinced them to test other things, but essentially nothing really changed. But then this is when we kind of like came on board and kind of like flipped their business. And so we tested offer 3, which was like a product bundle, so multiple solutions at a discount. And so we had like a product bundle. So we basically increased the price and offered them a solution to buy 1 and also buy a bundle. And so the conversion rate increased because the perceived value slightly increased as we were introducing this bundle at a discount. And then the AOV also increased. And so, but this wasn't enough to scale because these unit economics are just too low. So if you're currently seeing something similar, you're probably not ready to scale because it's not good enough. Now, what we ended up doing next is that we tested offer number 4, which was basically a 3 tiered offer. And so you probably have seen these before in the past where it was 3 bottles. And I'm not saying this is what you need to do with your current offer right now, but this is what worked for them and maybe like take inspiration from it. So we did 1 3 6 bottle offer. And then as they went more up in the bottles, like from 1 to 3 to 6, we added extra bonuses like 2 ebooks that were like very crucial for like the training and use of the product, and also like a bunch of tips. And then access to a VIP community if they joined the 3 or the 6, and then like free samples for another product. And then I think we also added an extra thing, but I just don't remember. I remember we added something extra, but I don't remember right now. And essentially what ended up happening is that the perceived value just went so much more up that we were actually able to increase the price quite a bit significantly, and the conversion rate also increased because it was just a great deal compared to what they were getting in the past, right? And then of course this is what we did later. I'm not going to talk about this too much now, but we did another extra step where we increased the landing page, we increased better assets on the page, and then we like increased the results even more, so like 2.7%, 75% AOV. But this is also enough to scale. Having these numbers is also enough to scale. Typically we want the multiplication of the AOV, the average order value, and the conversion rate to be around like $200. If you have that, then you're pretty much ready to scale. Now, what I want to do now is actually bring you through some real life examples, and I'm also going to switch into my Chrome tab and show you a couple of things. But this is what most of the people are doing, and I'm not saying that this is not able, like you're not able to scale with this methodology. You're actually able to scale quite well, but if you want to get to the next level of profitability and scale, you need just stronger unit economics, okay? And so, and better offers. And you need to scale, as I said before, just like you scale with creatives and testing different creatives, you should be able to test multiple different offers to find the ones that convert and give you the best unit economics in terms of AOV and average order value multiplication, right? The proportion, that's what I mean. Hopefully you get what I mean. And so this offer is what most people do: 1 price, 1 product. not much value. There's no like value stack, or like people don't really understand exactly what they're getting. They're just, at this point, they're like mostly looking at competitors and just kind of comparing your price compared to others, and they're essentially going to buy the cheapest option. You know, this is typically how it works and how brains work. And so what we want to do is move away from this model, and essentially, of course, we don't want to like really complicate the process, or like the offer. Like, we don't want to complicate it. We want to add value to it. And so another offer, and this was like a demo store that we did internally. Stick with me because these are other examples that I'm going to bring you through. But what we did over here is that we basically had the same offer but with free shipping, where this was basically option one, like shipping, whatever. And so it basically came with like save 14% offer. And then we had option number two, which is basically a full set. And this is where we went all in on adding perceived value, like adding that perceived value and stacking all the value over here. So we added like a Korean face mask, facial serum, facial headband, shipping fees, 100% satisfaction, which you like to say is like priceless, right? And so that we bumped it up to $69, $70. Essentially, I would probably also charge $80 for this. This I think was like a demo store, so we just increased the price a little bit. But can you see like how much of a difference this is? And so the idea here is that you left two options. Of course, people could still choose to spend the same amount, right? And then they could also choose to spend 20, 30 extra bucks and get basically an entire bundle, right? One other thing that I like of this other company, is that this is a company called Truly, and how they're doing it over here. Let me just switch over so you can see what they're doing. If you don't know this tool, this cool tool is called Atria. You can basically funnel hack all your competition, and you can follow the company, and you can funnel hack all of their landing pages as well, which is super, super valuable. And so, as you can see over here, all these tabs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they're all different offers that they're running. As you can see here, they have like a 2-option offer where if they buy a full kit, they save more, or if they subscribe, they save more. That's what I meant. And also they have like this extra super cool offer where they save 42% and they get all these amazing things. And then they're running other offers. Let me just zoom in a little bit, where they get $100+ of free value, and they basically do like a mini value stack, right? Which is super, super cool. And then, what I like also about how they're showcasing their offer is that they're literally giving you the entire offering within an image, so that you don't go crazy trying to understand what's going on, right? Everything is stacked over here. One other offer that they're doing that is working very well is also some sort of other value stack with 2 free serums. So they're, once again, I love how they're doing this, because they're essentially running all of these ads and sending 10% here, 10% there, 10% over here, 6% here, and they're testing and split testing so many different offers, which is literally the reason why they're able to scale so aggressively, because some offers are going to work much better than others, and vice versa. And so this is the goal. Just like with creatives, you need to be very creative with testing different offers. And so once again, I think the major difference between going from 7 figures to 8 figures is literally having a CRO team, a conversion rate optimization team that literally does at least one split test per week. So 4 total per month in terms of like testing offers or landing pages. But most importantly, they need to be able to test, like you need to be able to test as many offers as you possibly can, because that is going to be able to, it's going to allow you to find new winners. And just like, once again, you find new winning angles or new winning ads, you can find new winning offers. So you should scale that side as well. And that is what I've seen, companies that sell purely online, that can go from 7 figures to 8 figures, is purely this testing this offer. Okay. Also consider that, just like, once again, people get tired of seeing the same exact creative. People also get tired of seeing the exact same offer. Okay, so it's the same principle. Let's see another example of an offer that they ran. Here, it's more like a value stack approach, like your freebies, right? What you get plus your freebies, plus 2 free gold accessories, etc. Once again, everything is super clear of what they're getting over here, and plus they have like a free image. I love how they're doing their graphics. This is also increasing the perceived value. Once again, having good graphics, having a good offer, having a good presentation. This, you see how amazing this is. I really love how they're doing this. This is really easy to understand. This is what you get, plus you get all of these things for free. Amazing. I love it. And this is, let's just see if there's a shave starter pack. What they're doing here is like actually another offer where they say 15% percent off plus get a free starter razor. And so what you need to do is basically complete your bundle. You see how it's basically filling up. This is custom code, or maybe you need to use an app, but it's also some form of offer. So plus free razor, right? Free razor, boom. I love this. Actually, I think this is amazing. But yeah, this is pretty much how they're doing it. And let me just go back over here. These are the elements that I think are really allowing them to scale. Once again, this is another offer. 3 limited time offer: buy our body butter collection, get 3 free body butters plus 2 free accessories. Like, they're literally stacking as much as possible, and so they can actually do this because they probably have decent margin. And yeah, so this is kind of like how they're doing it, and this is how you need to think about testing and scaling offers. As I said before, just like you, instead of just doing what most people do, is that they focus only on creatives, which is really important. You should focus on creatives. They only just focus on testing one offer. And so what we want to do to get to the next level and scale to 8 figures is do the same exact concept but replicated 6, 7, 10 times, just like this other company is doing it over here. As I said, they're testing like I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 types of offers simultaneously, right? Which gives you an understanding of what's going on in their business and why they're succeeding. And eventually what we want to do over here is get to a point, and I've shown this graph before, so bear with me if you've already seen this, but what we want to go and achieve over here, just like ads, is basically distribute the level of risk in different offers. And so eventually when offer 1 starts to decline and offer 2 also starts to decline, you essentially find other winning offers that can balance it out and also allow you to scale further. Okay, so I hope this video was valuable. It made you kind of think. Sometimes I don't even want to get too technical in these videos, because I can, in 5 to 10, 15 minutes at the most, I can pretty much share some of my own experience, document what has happened for me, what I've seen, where I've seen results happen, and what I've seen companies do that allow them to go from 6 to 7 to 7 to 8 figures. And sometimes all I need to do is literally share this with you without really going too much into the nitty and gritty, even though I pretty much all the time do, because my goal here is to open up your brain so that you can consider doing some of these things, right? And then of course, if you want us to do all of this, you can book a call, but you can also do this by yourself or by building your own team, small little team. Testing offers is super important. I can't stress this enough. If you want to get to the next level, this is what I would do: test multiple offers. Let me know in the comments if you have any specific questions about testing offers, maybe irresistible offers, or anything in related to the topic of this video. And please also give me other suggestions of new videos. It really helps me come up with new ideas. Okay, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe, like, ring the bell, and see you in the next one. Bye.